This is the Einhell GE-CT 18, and I would think that most of you are going to use this in a small garden setting where you're likely to use it to clear vegetation that's a bit too long for the lawnmower and the edges of driveways, etc. It does a good job, better than I'd expected. I bought it for a very specific task: vegetation control around the trees. For trees that are established, then vegetation isn't an issue. The trees are outpacing the surrounding vegetation. However, while trees are becoming established, the surrounding vegetation needs to be suppressed in order to give them a chance of growing, and that's particularly true of Paulownia, which love sunlight. So if the surrounding vegetation excludes the sunlight, then they're unlikely to grow. These are Eucalyptus globulus, very vigorous, very fast growing, even though, as you can see, the surrounding vegetation is starting to outpace them. Along the bank here I've planted Eucalyptus rodwai. You probably can't even see them at the moment, the vegetation's come up so quickly. Guess what my task for the rest of the day is going to be? I've had this FCO petrol bush cutter for 8 years and it's been fabulous, though around small seedlings it's a bit unwieldy. Even with good concentration, mistakes can occur. More Eucalyptus rodwai on this bank, and most of them are outpacing the vegetation now, though where I've had those mistakes with the FCO bush cutter, I've planted replacements. And nothing beats getting in with your hands and clearing the close-in vegetation. Once you've done that, the Einhell is light and manageable, making clearing the rest of the vegetation easy. Most of these Paulownia trees can now outpace the surrounding vegetation, so from now on I'll only be doing vegetation control on those that require it. Though when I first got the Strimmer, around 6-7 weeks ago, I went around and did exactly what I've been doing here. I cleared by hand the vegetation directly, or the close-in vegetation to the trees, and then I went around with the Einhell Strimmer and did every single one of these trees. So the vegetation was taken right down. There are around 120 trees, and that's quite a large area. I think I did from memory have to recharge the battery, though generally I'd estimate you're going to get around 40 to 60 minutes clearing pretty tough vegetation. And it's quite remarkable how well it chews through that tough vegetation. Tall grass, briars as they're called in Ireland, brambles in Scotland, thistles, etc. I bought this as a bare unit from Screwfix in Ennis. I'll put a link in the description. So a bare unit, you don't get the battery, although the battery and charger were on offer. So in total it was around €120. €122. €70 for the bare unit and €52 for the battery and charger. I modified it quite soon after getting it by putting some hot melt glue in the safety catch, which you have to push up in order for you to be able to pull the trigger and operate the strimmer. If you've got kids around, then yeah, possibly you want to leave that as a safety feature. I don't think you're going to do any serious damage with the blade on this, though it'll probably sting and you'll have tears. It's pretty self-contained, spare blades in this compartment. It's adjustable. I find it really comfortable and easy to use. It does have a guard to try and prevent you from hitting any vegetation plants that you may not want to hit, though generally I found it was still quite easy to do that. The blade does come past this, so like I've demonstrated, getting in there with the gloves in your hands and ripping the close-in vegetation off is definitely the way to go, certainly for me. The battery has an indicator light and it's still showing 2/3 full, and I've done a fair amount while making this video, so that's pretty good going. And this is the battery charger, and I can't remember offhand just exactly how long it took to charge from flat to full. Certainly wasn't an amount of time that was annoying or in any way an issue. Perhaps an hour, hour and a half. I spent a reasonable amount of time researching, looking for something that did what I wanted to do and no more. You can get these with a wheel so that you can more comfortably edge along lawns. That wasn't what I wanted. I haven't tried any other battery operated strimmers, so I can't really compare. What I will say is I'm really happy with this in terms of does everything I want it to do and more at a price cost that was acceptable to me. So I'm happy to recommend it. Thanks a mil for watching. Good luck.